Good evening, or in my case, happy Thursday morning from Singapore on the Disney adventure. I apologize for being a little late. A lot happening all at once today. It is Disembarkation, Re-embarkation day. We're doing a back-to-back cruise, so we're going to stay on, get off, come back on again. But it's a little busy and hectic. It's part of the reason why I am a little late. Yeah, I'm only a little bit of time, but I had to, of course, say hi because it is Wednesday night. There's a lot we need to talk about on the Disney Adventure. We will have a full podcast review, but wanted to give you a little tour. And as you can see, we are in sort of the equivalent of the atrium/Grand Hall. This is the Royal Court in Town Square. And you'll see there's a lot of princess theming here on the ceiling. But lucky for us, there's actually a princess walking around doing very casual meet and greets. And I have been able to secure for us a one-on-one with really, she's not even the Disney princess. I think she's more of a Disney queen. You know exactly who I'm talking about. She is, of course, Princess Becky.
Really?
And the Iron Mouse Fan Travel.
Really?
Really?
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you.
Welcome to Singapore.
It's morning and night at the same time.
We're not quite sure what day.
No.
It's Thursday for us.
Right.
It's Wednesday for them.
Right.
We're time traveling. We're
What
trying
are the
to
lotto numbers today so we can...
We're still getting used to our programming. We're still getting used to, thank goodness, at least for me, it's 12 hours difference. So I'm able to sort of figure out when is when. But
12 works. That's an easy thing.
12,
It's like 7:30 to 7:30, great. I have to then take away 3 or add 3 or do something else for West Coast, but it works.
But then, as we're walking around the ship, our social and our email and stuff is super quiet because everybody's asleep. And we want to post something we can't because it's 3 o'clock in the morning for everybody else. I have to do this side. I can't.
That was made for very complicated because I've wanted to post things the moment
Right.
we see something you want to, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning and people are asleep, so it doesn't matter. So
Well, fortunately, my body clock is all screwed up. I still can't get on any sort of routine, so I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm I guess I can start sharing the stuff that I know. The two of us, I think combined, we've used 700 rolls of film, taking pictures and video. Thank
Rolls
God.
of film.
Thank God. Think about it. Wait, I just realized this. Could you imagine having to cover something like this and bringing film?
and then having to go have it developed and then find out that half the pictures were bad.
Or even if you had an old video camera, you got to bring a million little DV tapes if you had an advanced one. Then you got to go home, get the. I can't even. I have a bad enough time editing off my phone. We're on our way slowly to D Lounge, their version of D Lounge, because we are, thanks to MEI Mouse and Travel and Princess Becky Megan, we're doing a back-to-back, thankfully.
We have to.
Because it's too much. It's too much. I've never...
Disney Adventure guests,
Wait.
may I have your attention, please?
I've never had a Disney experience where I was so overwhelmed. When we walked on board, I just couldn't process everything that was happening. We have no idea where anything is.
We're just now kind of maybe understanding where things are, but still, 4 more days we might be able to find where we're supposed to eat.
Well, I've had no problem with that. I have found where I'm supposed to eat because there's about 30 different locations. That's not an exaggeration.
The hard part is that it's familiar. There are so many things that are vaguely familiar, but they're not in the right place.
Right.
So it's almost like being Disneyland versus Magic Kingdom. At the Haunted Mansion, you should turn left or you shouldn't turn left because you don't know what park you're in. Same kind of feel here. It's weird.
I feel it's... There's nothing familiar about the layout for me. I'm woefully confused. I know that the ocean is out there, and other than that, I don't know where anything else is. But it feels like a Disney ship, right? We can see it. As soon as you walk on board, you know you're on a Disney ship, even though nothing is where it's based on the other ships supposed to be. There is no, you don't walk into a grand hall. You walk into a different deck and sort of almost like you walk into an elevator bank.
Yeah.
And that sort of finds your way up here. Like, I didn't even know this was guest services until like yesterday. So, so let me turn the camera around for a second because you don't want to see our faces. So this is guest services right here, and this wishing well is basically their equivalent of sort of the hero statue that you have in the Grand Hall or the atrium. It's a beautiful Snow White wishing well. We'll take you there or share some photos or videos. It's actually lovely. I was wandering around yesterday at 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and when it's dead silent here, you hear like droplets of water in the well and the little birds, like you hear. That was the worst Snow White ever, but you hear there. That's it. So, and then right here, which is hard to see now.
This is my favorite.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. This is the Spellbound Lounge. It is a dark and twisty snow. Yes, Becky feels very at home there. But at night, when this is all dark in here, the greens and the purples and the reds, like it screams like Disney villain.
And the menu has a sword on it. It's really cool.
Something wrong with you, man. But there is no shortage of places to eat and places to drink. There are a lot of lounges on board this ship, and what's cool is there's a different theme for whatever it is that you're looking for. There's the Spellbound Lounge, there's a Tiana Lounge, I guess you can almost call it's not Aunt Cass's Cafe, it's the Lucky Cat Cafe, almost a little lounge, because it's like a little bar that has like drinks in it. But this is sort of the Apollo has a lounge, the Mike and Sully's has a lounge, the Ponte Rosso has a lounge. You will not go thirsty or hungry here, but this is sort of like the home base. This is sort of the central heart of the ship. As you can see, it's 2 stories. We are on deck 7. There's a little stage here. They have live performances. They do character meet and greets. Right above us, there's a wonderful little like coffee. I can't even call it a gourmet coffee house.
Yes.
And a tea shop. We have to go do the little tea experience at some point. It's right there.
It's right above us.
It's right there.
We can hop on my favorite thing ever.
Becky, she loves the escalators. Probably because it keeps her from being in a small, airtight, windowless room called an elevator with children.
Yes.
And there's a lot of them on this. There's a lot of kids.
And for the amount of people that are on board and how the elevator... 2 words, Disney, destination elevators.
Oh my God! If I hear you say that one more time, I'm going to mobilize you.
My feedback. But without those escalators, it would be much more difficult. But the escalators go between 4 different decks of the main places where people hang out.
And we're going to take them on one because we have to go upstairs at some point. She's so excited.
There's the tea. We could just go up there and look at the tea right now.
But wait, something else that's wild. So here is sort of the home base, right? This sort of beautiful central hall here. Guest relations is here. The Spellbound Lounge is here. And this is a restaurant. This is the Enchanted Summer Restaurant. It's right off the main hallway. Like it's wild, man. This is the buffet line, and then there's 2 different rooms. There's an Olaf room, very well themed, like Arendelle there, and there's a Maximus room back here. But to get your food, you are right in this central area, right in the central sort of hub location. So layout-wise, it's very different. It is unique, to say the least. But again, it feels like a Disney ship. All right, let's walk upstairs because we have to go that way anyway. I don't necessarily suggest dropping your child into the well, but yeah, that's usually Becky's job. Like, and so here are sort of the central bank of elevators. We're on deck escalator, elevator, whatever. 6, 7, 7, 8, it's fine. We're on deck 6 right now. Obviously, it goes down to deck 5, and there's beautiful murals on both sides that light up. There's a very cool one that I love, actually, on the next level with some cool superhero details. And yes, the ship is massive. It is massive, massive.
Stand on the right.
Sorry. There's a lot of things that are different here. We're gonna go into detail about just what some of those things are. Where are we going?
I just thought we could just walk past the tea and coffee and then come back around and go to where we're supposed to be.
I think we're supposed to be this way, aren't we?
Where Redeem Lounge is.
Yeah.
Haven't quite figured. It's only been 3 days.
Right.
So.
Although, right back there, I wish I had to. San Francisco. I have thoughts about San Francisco, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So this is TWGT. Look at this beautiful little tea shop. And they have little tea experiences that we could do. We have to do the little tea thing.
Okay.
Macarons. Look, they have a little tea time menu. This is normally filled with like sweets and treats. For those of you who are concerned, yes, there is a crown of light. Don't worry. There is jewelry and watches to be had.
There are plenty of shopping opportunities.
And this is the Bacha coffee, which I came to learn is a big deal. Like, Bacha coffee is a big deal. And when we had a cup of coffee yesterday, the day before, what did she say? There was 200 different flavors of different flavors of coffee. So we're going to be very caffeinated by the time we get off the ship. But it's a little coffee experience that you have. They give you like this little box and a glass straw. It's lovely. It's lovely.
I was expecting you to come back around the corner with 2 cups, and instead you had a box. You got 2 boxes of stuff. So everything here is definitely an experience.
Yeah.
They want you to have something besides just walking up and getting a cup of coffee. They want you to have the sugar twizzle and the glass straw and the cream. Remember, the creamer is like a whipped cream that goes in, that you spoon in. Really nice, elegant.
Yeah, there's a lot, and obviously we have a lot to talk about. But there are a lot of elevated experiences and elevated experience opportunities, which are very popular, right? I mean, I think we're going to talk about some of the cultural differences that we are sort of experiencing and interpreting, but even just based on how large the concierge lounge is.
Right. And one thing you have to remember about the concierge lounge, I just posted some pictures from the lounge, which is 3 decks.
I've never seen Becky so happy.
I'm so happy. But
until the children walked in.
But the important part is that it is not just for suites. There are inside staterooms that are concierge staterooms. So there's a lot of opportunity to enjoy the concierge experience. Which again, 3 decks, private shopping, private spa, private workout area, private pool and deck area, which is huge.
Private jewelry store too. I'm not kidding.
Private jewelry store. But it's amazing to see that how they've elevated that experience too. That you don't have to be in the top level $30,000 suites. You can be in an inside stateroom and have concierge access.
If you can stop, we're trying to do a live, and I should have brought my microphone. I didn't even think about it, so I apologize for the audio. But you get to hear this comforting sound of the Disney voiceover guy.
Everywhere you are, you hear him, no matter where you are in Disney Cruise Line. So again, familiar, yet not familiar.
And we were talking about sort of elevated opportunities too. On the other ships, all the ships have Apollo. Some ships have a Remy.
We thank you for
Some ships have an
sailing with us
enchanté,
on board the
but
beautiful
here
Disney
there are a
Adventure,
number
and
of
wish
other
you a safe
locations
and pleasant
where you
journey.
can have an add-on. There's a lot of add-on opportunities on board. Mike and Sully's, which we've been to
Teppanyaki.
twice. Mike and Sully's is an Asian restaurants plural. It's really 4 restaurants in one. There's a sushi bar, there's a steakhouse, there is a teppanyaki room, which we had last night, which was elevated. It's almost, and they have an omakase, which is omakase basically means as the chef prepares, you just walk in and the chef gives you like a 9-course meal. That's what teppanyaki was last
Yeah,
night.
it felt like it.
Like,
So good. And not
we didn't
scary.
finish our food.
Yeah, not scary flavors either.
Let me
So-
get that back to that. We did not finish our food. I thought I was having a stroke. There was so much food we couldn't finish it.
It was surprising. Like, I'm trying to hand him my food because it was too much for me, and I had the black cod. I really like black cod, and I was not a fan. So I like pick up my little dish and go hand it to you, and you're like, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, because we had A5 Wagyu coming up right after that.
And the
have it
chicken.
and the banana.
The banana.
Oy, they had this caramelized banana with caramel sauce and tempura ube flakes on top.
It was amazing, and we couldn't finish it.
Stupid. We couldn't finish everything. So, all right, we have to get ready to go to our to D Lounge because we are we're doing back to back on this sailing.
Yes.
See you later.
It is. So this is where I came yesterday. I had to play Marvel Trivia. I made you proud. I won. I was going to be so upset if I didn't. So, nice little bar, right? Typical D Lounge. But this D Lounge has something that the others don't. And I think I should be able to get in and show you. Let me drop my 700-pound backpack for a second. Because in these rooms, there's 3 of them. There's a Muses, Sebastian, and one other themed room. They're karaoke rooms. Let me see if I can pop in and show you. So you can rent a karaoke room. Yeah, come in. You could rent a karaoke room, I think for 60 or 90 minutes.
Wow. This is cool.
Yeah, you know what Becky and I don't do? Karaoke.
Only on Adventures by Disney do we do karaoke, or at least one of us does.
But it's cool that they have this option. Karaoke in Eastern culture, very, very, very popular. So you get a large group of friends come in here, obviously get drinks out at the bar, and you sing to your little heart's content.
It was a great ad. It's very cool, especially for the culture here.
Yeah. So I feel wildly uncomfortable here because I'm not a karaoke person. Tim Brown says I should sing Grease. Contractually, I'm not allowed. I'm not. You can't. Please don't do that. You're embarrassing me in front of all of Asia.
Yeah, I didn't see any comments, so did you have any questions?
I haven't had my glasses on, so let me see. So Allison, yes, people are disembarking. Remember, we're 12 hours from East Coast, so it's 9:19 a.m. here. So people have been disembarking for hours because there's 6,500 guests or so on board this ship. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away because we have a lot. We have to sort of recap on the show because I will say that some of the things that, and I really tried to avoid a lot before we got on board, but I heard about, everything is a line and you're waiting 2 hours for pizza. As a very, very wise elder statesman, really a poet, once said, "Don't believe the hype." Now, granted, Flavor Flav was wearing a giant clock around his neck when he said that. However, it is true. It is true.
You're mileage may vary, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Disney Adventure guests, may I have your attention, please? Local Customs and Border Protection have cleared the Disney Adventure, and at this time, all guests are required to disembark the ship via the gangway located on Deck 7 forward. Please have your Key to the World card ready to swipe as you leave the ship. Inside the terminal, be prepared to show proof of citizenship and a completed Singapore online arrival card for customs inspection. Be advised that no fresh fruits, vegetables, plant materials, meat, or animal products may be brought off of the ship. If you have any of these items, please discard them in the amnesty bins as you disembark. This is the last and final opportunity for any lost and found items from this voyage. Please visit the guest services desk for one final check before disembarking the vessel. Once again, all guests are required to disembark the ship at this time via the gangway located on Deck 7 forward. We thank you for sailing with us on board the beautiful Disney Adventure and wish you a safe and pleasant journey home.
One of the things that's missing on board, there's no real adult-only area. So that is a change.
Which is a big problem for Becky. She needs, like, her escape hatch, known as the adult district. She likes to have that physical threshold where no child can, you shall not pass, is what Becky stands in, like, when she's on the other ships. She's like, God, somebody please go to AI and make that. Becky as Gandalf.
Please do not.
Shut up. Becky as Gandalf. I will send somebody a prize.
My lawyers will be in touch.
I will send. Have you seen the stuff that you posted about me? Post a picture of Becky dressed as Gandalf, standing in front of the adult district with her like scepter of destiny, saying, "You shall not pass to
Whoever
children."
posts that is in law.
I will send you a prize. There you go.
I will send you money if you don't. But it's different. It's something that is different about the show. That doesn't exist. And also, well, I noticed, and maybe it was just because we were going so fast and trying to see everything, there's not a lot. There are some, but there's not a lot of like live music in places.
So
I saw some.
There is. You gotta like know where to find it. So last night there was it last night? I don't know. I've lost all track. Out in the royal court area, they had sort of their equivalent of Victrophonics, like that cool sort of 30s, 40s interpretive, like jazzy Disney music stuff, which is lovely. I could have sat there and listened all night if I wouldn't have gotten there at the last song.
In here, they had something, and I did see that in Tiana's.
I'll say, right. Tiana's, they have the Tiana's here is the way Tiana's should be everywhere. It's this cool, chill little small thing. We'll obviously post a lot of it, but they have this like central circular bar and like a nice little. Well, you want to go sit because you could sit in the middle of the bar.
We don't know how.
That's what Becky wants. She wants to look
You're
over.
the one that's like standing there going, "How do you? I want to get."
Could you lower your voice? There's other guest present. She's so American. That's so loud. Egg McMuffin.
Egg McMuffin? Did you say McMuffin?
I said Egg McMuffin. Without, again, going into detail, I have 4 words for you when you think of the Disney Adventure. Entertainment.
Oh, yes.
The entertainment is on a different level. That Remember show was so good. Like, and the Marvel show last night?
Show. It took Marvel Day at Sea to a whole other level.
They turned Marvel Day at Sea up to like 12.
Yeah.
Like, we thought it was going to be the same, and there's inspiration from it. New characters, new adventures.
Totally worth sitting out there for 45 minutes ahead of time to make sure we had a good seat.
When Becky says sitting out there, those are words that are very difficult for her to get. Those are not things that she is comfortable and or familiar with.
Wait.
So there's been a lot of exposure therapy for Becky.
My
She's going to come home a changed. Oh no. Oh, I hit
Disney
the. I almost
Adventure
hit the
guests,
light.
may I have your attention, please?
This guy again.
This is the
They catch up
final
on
call
comment.
for disembarking the Disney Adventure, as local customs and border protection regulations require that all guests disembark the ship at this time via the gangway located on Deck 7 forward. Please have your Key to the World card ready to swipe as you leave the ship. Inside the terminal, be prepared to show proof of citizenship and a completed Singapore online arrival card for customs inspection.
So
Be
I'm assuming you
advised
can
that
hear
no
me.
fresh
So Amanda,
fruits,
you're right.
vegetables,
3 nights is
plant
not nearly out, because it
materials,
really is
meat,
2.5.
or animal products may be brought
It's really
off of
2.5
the
days
ship.
by the time you
If
get
you
on the
have
ship.
any of
And
these items, please
we
discard
just spent
them
the
in the
first
embassy
day
bins
just
as you
trying to find
disembark.
our way around.
Once again, this
Which is why
the
we're doing a
final call
back-to-back.
for disembarking
Plus, if you're from the
Disney
States and you're
Adventure,
coming all the way out to
as local
Singapore,
customs and border protection regulations
to travel
require
for
that all
24
guests
hours to do a
disembark
3-day
the Disney
cruise
Adventure
is a
at
lot.
this time.
So if you
Therefore, we
can,
do
back-to-back
ask any
makes total
guests on
sense.
board to please make your way to the Deck 7 forward gangway immediately. We thank you for sailing with us on board the beautiful Disney Adventure and wish you a safe and pleasant journey home.
I actually met some folks here that I know from the internet, and they're also doing back-to-back, but they're not doing 1. They're not doing 2. They're doing 5. They're sitting right there. They're doing 5 back-to-back cruises, which they out-Becky. So, but yeah, Amanda, you absolutely need to do, if you can, do back-to-back, because if you want to really take in everything that the ship has to offer, we did it just because there's physically no way to eat at all the restaurants. The food has been incredible. I love Asian food, so this is right up my alley, but the food has been outstanding. So if you have any questions, we only have a couple more minutes before we have to get off and get back on. But if you have any questions, or if there's something that you want to see, or something you want us to make sure that we find and cover for you, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram. For those of you just tuning in, we are in D Lounge. Here she comes.
Oh, what did you say now?
I said only good things. That's why I can't say
Do
it.
not believe that for a second.
Yeah. What time you got there, Chief?
127.
So it's almost time to. Amanda says I need to see more of the food. Yeah, we really haven't done much of food. I decided to start my diet when we got to Singapore. Obviously not. My God, I feel like I gained 15 pounds already.
You probably did.
Hey,
It is rare for you to go to dinner and go, I can't eat another bite, and mean it.
Yeah.
So you have definitely
especially Japanese.
Yes.
Like, that's my wheelhouse. So, but yeah, now that we've got like 2.5 days under our belts, we have a lot more to still see and do. But God, oh my God, look at the quick service food is so good. When you do back-to-back, do you keep the same room? I am not. Becky is. So she was able to keep all of her stuff there. Here, I guess on all the, because I've never done this before, when you do back-to-back, you don't have to take your stuff off with you. You can leave it in a room, and your stateroom attendant will move it to your cabin for you. At least that's my hope. Otherwise, I'll be in the same outfit for the next 5 days. So, Sarah, you also asked a question about the shows on tape. Everything is in English. There is zero language barrier here at all. Everyone speaks English. As really, there's 4 or 5 sort of main primary languages in Singapore, and while we are in the vast minority, there's not a lot of folks from the States or even, I think, Europeans, at least that I've seen. Every single person speaks English, which was very comforting and reassuring because my mastery of the other languages is not there at all. So,
I'm trying to find my QR code. That's the other thing.
what QR code?
For your...
You don't get a QR code? I didn't get a QR code. I gotta go.
There's supposed to be a landing thing for your QR code to show that you've done the thing. There's some paperwork involved.
Yeah.
Because you are coming in and out of the country every time for them, so they do immigration forms like we used to do on board the ships. now it's in an app, so you have to do the form. So when you leave, and then when you come back, you have to do the form. And then when you leave, you have to do the form. When you come back, you have to do the form. So it gives you the QR code. Which
Becky doesn't like paperwork either.
I
Paperwork
do not
and
like
children. So, all right. So wait. Now let me go and make sure I've got my QR code. Then. All right. I gotta go. We're getting ready to get off the ship anyway. So, if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll make sure we try and find answers for you and cover it for you. And again, we'll have a full discussion when we come back on the show. We'll do like a 15-20 minute show. I think we can
I'm
probably cover
sure
everything.
that we can probably do this in, I don't know, 5 hours.
Yeah. So, thank you. Miss you. See you. Is the buffet open yet?